Hey yo, what's up, team? How are you today? We have a big runner this morning, and I'm going to go over the trade recap. So this morning we have a huge runner. Uh, it's gap like almost like 300% in just a couple hours. Very weird action. No new, no anything, and the stock just gram and go up, run higher. I bet a lot of short seller get stuck in between the 20 area and the 10 area because they shorted a few days ago, back on Monday when the stock ran up. They shorted, and they was thinking that the stock is going to like skip down and fade off because if you look at the daily chart, you can see this company is a piece of shit. Stock gap up huge and slowly fade off, right? There's no bounce at all. So there are like many investor hold this long term for long term. They are still stuck in this area here and they want to get out. So this seller think, oh okay, um, so if they should sell here, the stock going to fade off anyway. But apparently today, um, the stock just ran because low flow rotation put the stock up higher. As you can see, it's go from $20 to like $50. It's so crazy. So when it's get here, it's start to fade off, and then after one, the stock is come back. As you can see, the volume, ramping up. See, volume ramping up. At one point, the volume stop, everything slow down. No volume here, everything slow down. The stock dying off. Right here is become the huge resistance at the 80 $42 area. Become the big resistance, and the stock is start to fade off. The buyer is gone until 2 o'clock. The buyer coming back and they want more, push the stock higher. As you can see, the higher low, that means we have like there's like a big support, and buyer come back in, he push the stock back up. um Based on my experience, I think the stock could probably ramp higher and then gap down in the pre-market because people are likely to take profit in the pre-market, and probably the stock is going to die off probably by the end of the week, or next week, something like that. I'm not sure, but basically, um, it's just low flow rotation. There is no big news for the company or anything. Yeah, bioscience piece of shit is going to, like, if you find share to shoot at the $50 area, eventually next week would or like couple weeks it could go back to 10. But it could be risky because it could go to like um 500 or something. So yeah, another play today was all few they want to talk about. Okay, I tried this damn earlier this morning and I made a few hundred. It's very good risk of reward, you know. So this morning the stock um gap up in the pre-market, made a bounce, but as you can see, there's no volume at all. So when it's get here, I thought it's going to break 550 and go higher, but instead 550s become the big resistance. Try the stock today try to get through it one time at the open, and then try attempt it the second time at the at almost 1 o'clock, and it fell. It didn't succeed. So 550 is the big resistance. If you find share to short here, and then when it's you see the wick, you still like add here, wave it to fade all the way back, and here is your risk. Here's a very good pattern that I would like to point out to some of you. Um, it's about a whole and half dollar resistance and trend line break. It's easy to identify, and it's very good money, you know, if you know when to long and when to short it. And you can see there is like earning with CWH today, and apparently they have a loss in the earning, and it's 52.5 millions. But apparently the stock gave up at the pre-market. I mean, gap up, right? So you better believe people will take profit, right? At some point, it's a gap from 36 to $42. And if some of you might go along, you probably make money, but at some point you want to take profit when the trend break. So you can see stock slowly gave up at one point, $42. Gap down, made the U shape again, try to break one time, second time, made U break, consolidate for a little bit, and then you can, if you show it right here, It's very good risk reward because you only risk around 50 cents. 42 is the whole dollar, become the huge resistance. You shoot right here, the stock starts slowly to fade back, right? Yeah, and that's like $1.50 reward. And it's crack VWAP and go lower 40. It's trying to bounce here, but 41 is become it now become the resistance. Did get through 41 and now it's start to fade off. Very good trade, right? Let's see if we have anything else here. Oh yes, Whiten, WTEN. Okay, let me do some support resistance here real quick. Every time the trend line break, that's pretty much a short for me though. As you can see, the stock gap up, um, gap up, right? As you can see, there's a big candle start to sell off right here again. Big candle volume, stock touch sell off as one point the trend line break, and now people start to panic and they want to take profit, and stock slowly grind down.